everyone. I welcome you all in this particular episode of language learning on Nan Speaks channel. I'm Dr. Meenu Pandey. I'm going to say something regarding that. As we have already discussed about different aspects of language learning and different ways how could you learn a new language. In our first episode, we discussed about the kind of environment. In our second episode, we discussed about the basic thing which is needed. And in our episode number 3, we discussed about the importance of grammar. So in this episode, I'm going to discuss about grammar. We are following a TG pattern over here. So as you know, there are 8 different parts of speech. Out of these 8 different parts of speech, the very important thing is we have to, when you are reading out everything, you have to follow this particular sequence. Like we start with, noun, then pronoun, and then adjective. Because noun, pronoun, adjective, they belong to one particular category. Because noun and pronoun and adjective, they are mutually related. Then in second category we may put verb and then adverb, and in third category we may put rest of the things like preposition, like conjunction, like interjection. Okay, so 3 3 2, it's 8. These are 8 different parts of speech. Now what do you mean by noun? As you know, it's a very simple definition. Noun is name of anything. So you can say noun is a naming word. Simplest definition. Noun is a naming word. A word which is used to name anything is just a noun. It may be name of any person, it may be name of any place, it may be name of anything, any animal, any quality. So it may be just anything, but if it is a name, then definitely it's a noun. Now when we are talking about pronoun, what is a pronoun? Pronoun is, you can say, it's a substituting word. When we are going to replace, when we are going to substitute noun with some other word, just for the sake of convenience of speaking, because while you are speaking out, you don't want to use the lengthy word or that name again and again. That's why you keep on replacing it, substituting it with some other word, and that other word or that substituting word is your pronoun, like he, she, it, you, they, we, are. There are many pronouns. Okay. Now the next category or next parts of speech is adjective. Now what is an adjective? As I told you that noun, pronoun and adjective belong to the one particular category, to the same group rather I should say. So adjective, in case of adjective, what happened? What is the function of adjective? It used to describe something about noun or pronoun. So you can say adjective is a describing word. Adjective is a describing word. Adjective is describing something about noun. It's describing something about pronoun. That's why adjective is a describing word. When we are talking about verb, what's a verb? Action word. Verb is defined as an action word. Whatever action you are, performing, any kind of process, any kind of action which you are describing. So how are you describing? It's through a word that is known as verb. Okay. When you are going to replace that action, that action word, or you can say when you are adding something, rather than replacing, you are adding something in order to know which kind of activity is going on. So this is adverb. Add, A-D, add. It is adding something to the meaning of verb. That's why it's an adverb. Okay. I write a letter. I am writing very neatly. I walk slowly. So here, slowly, neatly, these are all adding something to the way, to the style we are doing, we are performing that task. So these are all adverbs. Now, the third one, preposition. If we are going to divide this word, then it can be divided into pre and position. It can be divided into two different words, two different chunks. Preposition. It means such type of words when we are going to add them before the position of something, some noun, then it denotes their position. It means they are used to denote relative position, relative in relation to each other, the relative position. Like the book is on the table. Book is on the table. Where's book? It is on the table. So we are just talking about, we are trying to point out the position of book in comparison to table. That is under the roof. But our focus is on the table. Okay, now conjunction. Connecting words. Connecting word. Now which type of connection? When we are connecting two words together, it is also a conjunction, like black and white, and is conjunction. I'm happy, but he is sad. But again, we are trying to connect two different sentences, so it's a sentence connector. Okay, so when we are talking about conjunction may work as a sentence connector, or it may also work as connector of two different words. So it may be a word connector or a sentence connector. Now when we are talking about interjection, as you know, any kind of sudden expression, any kind of activity which is denoted through words, sudden expression of feelings, that is denoted with the help of interjection. Wow, how, wow, great. So all these words are used as interjection. In this way, we could conclude that starting from noun as a naming word, then coming to pronoun as a substituting word, then adjective, which is a describing word, coming to verb, which is an action word, coming to adverb, which is a qualifying word, and then preposition, which is a position word, and then conjunction, which is a joining word, and then finally interjection, which is an exclamatory word of exclamation. So in this way, these are 8 different parts of speech which we just try to define, to describe. Now in our next episode, I'll provide detailed description of all these parts of speech one by one, along with examples. Okay, thank you.